In a world demanding your constant attention,
reclaiming your mind and body is the ultimate act of rebellion.
Welcome to Wholistic Wednesdays. I'm Amy, your guide to the subconscious and the stories that shape your reality.
And I'm Shelly, your partner in holistic health and life design.
Together, we're bridging the gap between biology and belief,
combining modern science, ancient wisdom, and practical coaching to help you thrive in 2026 and beyond.
Whether you're here to hack your health or rewire your habits,
you are in the right place. Let's shift.
You know what you need to do.
You've thought about it.
You've even planned it.
And still,
you don't do it.
Or you wait until the last possible second.
Or you do literally anything else instead.
I've never done any of those.
Yeah, me neither. If you ever told yourself,
I just need more discipline.
Or,
why do I keep procrastinating?
This episode might completely change how you see yourself.
Because what if you're not actually procrastinating?
What if you're protecting?
So before we try to fix procrastination,
let's understand what it actually is.
Because once you understand it,
you stop fighting yourself. Let's start with the word procrastination.
Yeah, it immediately comes with judgment.
Lazy.
Unmotivated.
Undisciplined.
Not serious.
And most people don't just experience procrastination.
They internalize it.
They make it mean something about who they are.
I'm the kind of person that can't follow through.
And that's where it gets heavy.
You open your laptop.
You know exactly what you need to get done.
And suddenly everything else feels more important.
You clean.
You scroll.
You overthink.
You plan instead of doing.
What if that moment
isn't a failure?
What if it's a response?
A protective one.
So let's talk about what's actually happening in that moment.
When you avoid something, you know you need to do it. Your nervous system doesn't care about your goals.
It cares about your safety.
So when you look at a task,
your brain isn't asking, is this important?
It's asking, does this feel safe?
So some things that can feel unsafe are fear of failure, fear of judgment, pressure to perform, and even overwhelm.
And all of these can trigger a stress response. And when that happens,
your body tries to protect you
by avoiding the thing.
You're not procrastinating.
You're regulating. And this is where most people just make it worse
without realizing it. So what do we usually do?
We push.
We shame ourselves.
And we try to force the action. Avoid, shame, pressure, stress, and then more avoidance.
And now the task feels even heavier.
You don't break procrastination through pressure.
You shift it through safety.
So instead of trying to force yourself to act,
we're going to create the conditions
where your body feels safe enough to begin.
Before we begin, just take a moment to arrive. There's nothing else you need to do right now, nothing to figure out, nothing to fix. Just be here. And if you're driving or operating heavy machinery, pull over or pause this until you are somewhere safe to do so. So let your body be supported, sitting or lying down, whatever feels easiest to you. And if it feels okay, allow your eyes to gently close or soften your gaze. And bring your attention to your breath, not changing it, just noticing it. The inhale, the exhale. And now gently take a deeper breath in through your nose and let it leave your body slowly. And let that exhale be just a little longer, like a quiet release. Again, inhale and exhale. And let your shoulders drop just a little. And let your jaw soften. You don't have anything to hold. You don't have to hold anything right now. Now, I want you to bring to mind something you've been avoiding. Not the biggest, most overwhelming thing. Just something small enough to feel safe working with. Maybe it's a task, a conversation, a decision, something you've been putting off. And just notice what happens in your body as you think about it. No judgment, just awareness. Now we're going to create safety in your body first, because action doesn't come from pressure, it comes from regulation. So bring your attention to your feet. Gently tense them just slightly and release. Let them soften. Now your legs lightly engage and release. Let the weight of your body settle a little deeper. Your hips and lower back. These areas often hold pressure. Gently tighten and soften. Let them widen. Your stomach. Let go of anything holding. No bracing. No pulling in. Just soften. Your chest. Notice your breath. Let it move easily. Your shoulders. Lift them slightly and let them drop. Feel that release. Your arms, your hands. Nothing to carry right now. Your jaw, gently clench and release. Let your tongue rest. Your face soften. Your forehead smooth. The space behind your eyes quiet. Now imagine that thing you've been avoiding is like a door, and you are standing in front of it. Not forced, not rushed, just standing there. And notice how that feels. Do you feel tension, hesitation, resilience? That's okay. That doesn't mean you can't open the door. It means your body is protecting you. And I want you to gently say to yourself, I see why this feels hard. It makes sense that part of me is hesitating. I'm not broken for feeling this way. Let those words land, because avoidance isn't failure, it's protection. Now take a slow breath in, and as you exhale, imagine your body softening just a little more. You're not trying to open the door yet. You're just becoming comfortable standing here, safe present, grounded. Again, inhale and exhale. Soften. Now imagine that instead of pressure, there is a space around you. The door is still there, but you are not being pushed toward it. You have time. You have choice. You have control. And just notice, does your body feel even slightly different? Even 1% more relaxed? Then that is enough. Now, when it feels right, take one small step closer to the door. Not because you have to, but because you can. And notice your body again. You're not forcing anything. You're just exploring. And now gently place your hand on the door. No pressure to open it. Just contact. Just connection. And silently say to your body, I can move at my own pace. I don't have to rush this. I am safe to begin slowly. Now, step back slightly. Still connected. Still safe. But now with a different relationship to the door. It's no longer something you're avoiding. It's something you can approach at your pace, in your way. Now take a slow breath in and a long, gentle exhale out. And let your body settle. Notice your breath, your chest, your body supported beneath you. You didn't force yourself to act. You created safety, and that's what allows movement. Gently bring your awareness back to the room, the sounds, the space, the light. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, and when you're ready, open your eyes. You don't need to push yourself into action. You just need to feel safe enough to begin.
Now just take a moment with that.
Yeah. Don't rush past this feeling.
Because even if what you noticed was small,
that shift matters.
You didn't force yourself to do anything just now.
You didn't push.
You didn't shame yourself into action.
But something in your body moved.
And that's the part most people miss.
Because we've been taught that action comes from discipline.
But what you've just experienced
is that action actually comes from safety.
And if you were following along and noticed even a tiny bit less resistance,
or maybe the task didn't feel as heavy,
that's not random.
That's your nervous system softening.
And this is where most people usually start to realize,
wait, if it can feel different like that,
then why does it feel so hard the rest of the time?
Exactly.
Because most people don't understand what's happening in that moment.
They just think, I'm procrastinating again.
When really,
their body is protecting them.
And we hear this question in so many different ways.
All the time.
People who are totally motivated,
capable,
driven,
and still stuck. So if you ever had that experience where you want to do something,
but you just can't seem to start,
This question is going to hit home. Okay, so this question comes from Megan in California, and she says, why do I keep avoiding things I actually want to do? It makes no sense. I care about them. I know they matter, but I still can't get myself to start.
Megan, this is such a great question. And honestly, this is something almost everyone experiences at some point.
Yeah, I think the first thing we want to say is this doesn't mean you're lazy.
Not at all. And it doesn't mean you lack discipline either.
It actually means something in your body doesn't feel safe.
And I know that might sound surprising because on the surface, it's like it's just a task, right?
Like logically, it doesn't seem threatening.
But your nervous system doesn't run on logic.
It runs on perception.
So when you look at something you want to do,
Your brain isn't just evaluating importance,
it's scanning for risks.
and that risk can be really subtle. It might be fear of not doing it perfectly, fear of being judged, fear of failing, or even fear of succeeding,
Yeah, success can actually feel just as activating as failure sometimes,
especially if it means being seen more.
or stepping into something unfamiliar.
So even though you consciously want the outcome,
Part of your nervous system is like, this doesn't feel safe yet.
and when something doesn't feel safe,
The body doesn't move towards it,
it moves away
or it stalls.
or it distracts.
And that's when we label that as procrastination. But if we zoom out for a second,
The behavior actually makes a lot of sense
because your body is just trying to protect you.
from something it perceives as overwhelming or threatening.
And this is why it feels so confusing.
Because part of you wants to do it,
And part of you is holding back,
and those two parts feel like they're in conflict.
but they're really not actually in conflict.
They just have different goals,
One part wants growth,
and the other part wants safety
and safety always wins.
every single time. So instead of asking, why can't I just do this?
A more helpful question is, what about this doesn't feel safe yet?
And that's what we were working with in the meditation.
Yeah, we didn't force action.
We created safety first.
And from that place,
Movement became possible.
but what most people do instead,
Is they try to override the resistance.
they push,
They shame themselves,
they try to force discipline
but that actually makes the task feel more unsafe.
because now there's pressure attached to it.
And the nervous system reads pressure as a threat.
So it becomes avoid, then judge yourself, then add pressure, then feel more overwhelmed, and then avoid more.
And the cycle keeps reinforcing itself. But what if we stopped treating avoidance like the problem?
And started seeing it as information.
Information about what your body needs.
So, Megan, nothing is wrong with you.
You're not broken.
You're responding.
So the next time you notice yourself avoiding something,
Pause,
and instead of pushing,
get curious.
and ask yourself, what about this feels uncomfortable or unsafe right now?
And then go one step further. What would help my body feel just a little safer?
That might be breaking it into smaller steps, removing some pressure, giving yourself more time, or even just taking a breath before starting.
Because safety doesn't require a huge change.
It requires a small shift.
And when your body starts to feel safer,
It naturally moves forward,
yep, not because you forced it,
but because it's ready. You don't need more discipline.
you need more safety. So this week,
We're not trying to eliminate procrastination.
we're just learning to understand it.
This week, when you avoid something,
Pause.
ask, what feels unsafe right now? You're not procrastinating,
You're protecting
and protection can shift.
with safety. You don't need to push yourself to start.
You need to feel safe enough to begin.
And that is a wrap for this week. We hope your nervous system is feeling a little more regulated and your vision a little clearer.
Remember, the breakthrough you're looking for isn't out there. It's already in your programming, waiting to be unlocked.
If you tried today's Hypno tool or visualization, we want to hear about it. Please tag us on socials or drop a comment in the show notes.
Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at Holistic_Wednesdays or email us at holisticwednesdays@gmail.com.
Until next week, honor your body
Trust your mind.
and keep shifting.
The views expressed on this podcast are for educational and entertainment purposes only and are not intended as medical or psychological advice. While we use hypnotherapy techniques, please never listen to the visualization portion of this show while driving or operating heavy machinery. Always consult a healthcare professional for your specific needs.